All right, what is going on? My name is Darren Ray. I'm the owner of Darren Ray Consulting, and today I am going to show you the 7 steps to optimize your LinkedIn profile to attract clients organically. So, if you don't know who I am, last year in 2024, I scaled my consulting business to 6 figures organically using just LinkedIn as my only channel. So, I do know a thing or two about LinkedIn, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to make your profile speak to your client, make people want to work with you, interested in working with you, interested about you, but more importantly, feel understood. That's really, really important. You want to show your ideal clients that you understand them. So if that's something you're interested, stick around and let's get right to it. So first, let's talk a little bit of housekeeping. This is all based off the assumption that you run a service business and you know who you help. So for example, like I have a friend of mine, he helps lawyers and capital raising and all these things. He doesn't need an optimized profile. They're not really in that world. They're not worried about the banners and looking like a creator and all of these things. But for people who run a service business, you know, if you're a coach, a writer, a consultant, you definitely want to have this like appealing type of profile online because it's less professional and it's more in the creative space and more into just the service space. So it's also based off the assumption that you know who you help. Okay? It's going to be impossible for you to optimize your profile to speak to your dream client if you don't even know who your dream client is. You'd be so surprised, maybe not actually, how many people come to me and they don't even know the big problem that they solve for their clients or that their clients have, or their dreams, their desires, their fears. They don't know what keeps them up at night. All of these things, you have to know that before you can optimize your profile for them, or you're just going to be speaking to you're going to be guessing and speaking to no one really. So you got to make sure that you know their pains, their fears, their desires, all that fun stuff. So figure that out before applying these principles. So if you don't know that, go do that now. And I will actually have a video on that soon. Another little thing is just do not overthink this, okay? It's your profile. Yes, it's important, but do not overthink this. My profile has gone through many iterations and refinements over the years. There is no perfect profile, okay? Do not get caught up in perfectionism, procrastinating because it has to be perfect. Just follow everything I'm showing you here. It works for me. It works for all my clients. Just follow this. It's very simple and it works, okay? Cool. So let's get right to it. So first section we're going to talk about is the banner. So for your banner, you want to add your value proposition here, the main benefit you provide that your dream client gets. So obviously you're going to start to see why it's important to know what is your dream client, what do they want, right? So my good friend John Brosio here, it's, coaches want prospects begging to work with you instead of begging for discounts, right? That's his value proposition. And very, very simple. Look at this. Dark, a little CTA button, his signature. It's not overly busy. It's very simple. It's very clear, right? One thing you don't want to do is crowd this section because it gets very distracting and overwhelming and people are like, whoa. Because when somebody opens your LinkedIn profile, this is the first thing they're going to see, right? It's going to be your banner. So just make it feel clean and clear. It's really that simple. You can also add social proof here. I've seen a lot of people do this who are bigger on LinkedIn. And so for example, right here, they would put the company logos they've worked with. So like Forbes, whatever. A lot of you watching this may have not worked with companies that big. That's okay. If you've worked with a bunch of clients and you use something like testimonial.to or Senja or something like that, like you collect testimonials, you can put the little widget here that shows, the 5-star rating by 100 plus people, whatever. If you want to add some social proof, great. You do sort of run into the risk of overcrowding it a little bit. But just keep it simple, okay? Another little thing, just make sure that the text isn't blocked by your profile picture on mobile. I actually did this. My friend pointed it out. I was optimizing it just for the website. And so when he went to my profile on his phone, the writing was cut off by my picture. So you really want to make sure that you're testing on your mobile and also on your browser or desktop. Cool. So that's the banner. Very simple. Now your headline. This one also very, very simple, right? Do not overthink this. All you want to do, this is it, is just make it clear who you help, how you help them, and what you help them with. So for example, another friend of mine, Talon, who he helps. Okay, so you'll see he led with Social Proof here. College teacher turned 500K per year content copywriter, right? So that's what he does. Okay, so who does he help? He helps writers. Okay, how he helps them? Well, with content copywriting, so writing. And what does he help them with? Earning money on the internet. That's what he does. He helps these people. This is who he is. This is who he helps, how he helps them, and what he helps them with. Very, very simple, right? Also, bonus points for adding social proof like he did there, especially if you don't have it all up in your banner. Definitely, you can just throw it in there. So that's it. Really, just ask yourself, once you write this, is it clear who I help? Is it clear how I help them? Is it clear what I help them with? If it's clear to you, it's going to be clear to anybody who reads it. If you're stuck, an easy formula is this. You can just copy and paste this, or just look at the video and just type it out. Let's say you're a fitness coach, right? And you help people lose weight. So I help, let's say, men over 40 get 6-packs without giving up their biggest or favorite food. Boom. There it is. Very clear who you help. And then you could also say, 100 plus men helped for some social proof, whatever, something like that. Very, very simple. That's your headline. You're going to see I'm huge on not overthinking this. Okay, your profile picture. Another thing. This is actually so insane. You do not need the craziest, fanciest profile picture. Like nowadays, especially, every phone is going to take a good enough picture, right? So you don't have to spend $500 on a photo shoot, okay? Just make sure the photo shows your face. It's fairly recent of you, right? So, for example, if you're like 50 years old now, do not put a photo of you when you were 30. I know you probably want to, look young and look beautiful and all these things, but yeah, do not do that. It's deceptive. It's just not good. And it doesn't have a busy background. So what you'll notice too is a lot of creators and bigger, creators on LinkedIn and people who are running bigger businesses, they'll put their brand color as the background. So they'll just remove the background and then just put, whatever color there. So you can do that as well. And another thing too, I didn't even write it here, but just be smiling, People want to feel like you want to come across as inviting and welcoming. Because remember, once again, when they open this, they're going to see your banner and then your picture first and then your headline. So if you can smile, if that's the kind of brand you're going for, definitely do that. If you're, into more of the stoicism and the philosophy stuff and you want to look off, that's fine. But once again, if you're trying to get clients and you run a service business, you want to seem like a friendly person. So definitely add that. Cool. All right. So, we just did that. So for your About Me, okay, this one is really, really straightforward as well. I was going to give a template for it, but it's not necessary. It's a great place to tell your story. And just to be completely honest with you, most people don't read this section. I'm including it because it is a key part of, your profile. But I've never had anybody come to me and be like, wow, Darian, I read your About section and I really want to work with you. It's more they're reading my content and all the other things I was showing you and then this next section after this. But you still want to tell your story. But here's the really most important part about telling your story is don't forget to make it relevant to your dream client. So what you're actually doing is you're telling their story and how you lived it. Does that make sense? Like I really want this to click. So you want to become the hero to them. So whatever they're struggling with right now, you want to show them that you've solved that, you've walked that path already, and so you can help them with it. Because people want somebody who's just done or already done what they're trying to do. So that's what you want to do it. So technically, yes, it is a story about you, but it's for them, right? And a real reality online with marketing is nobody really cares about you or they want to hear about you, really. They just want to see if you can help them or if this is relevant to them, right? What's in it for them? So yeah, just show them you've walked the path that they're on now. Very, very simple. Talk about the pains, the problems, the desires. Once, like I was just saying, how you were the hero and you solved them. And then position yourself as the solution for them, right? And just end with a clear call to action. So this is a girl named Abby. She's one of my clients. Little story here. She helps naturopaths and people in the holistic health space. And then, at the very end, email me. The call to action is like this and just a little bit of story. But then she talks about the health industry and how people hate on the medical industry and or how she's not trying to. I'll let you read it. It's fine. But yeah, very, very important just to like call out the pains and problems that your ideal client is dealing with and how this is relevant to you or to them. Sorry. Cool. Your featured section. So many people underutilize this section, but it's prime real estate to funnel people to your offers. So yes, your content, you can add links at the end of your content and you can start funneling people that way. But this is a really good space and really good spot to get people to an offer. Now, the thing is with this section, you really want to keep it simple. So this is mine. I just have one because I'm driving all my traffic to my free school community. You just want to have one, maybe two, if you're trying to maybe build your newsletter or something. I would always recommend just having one thing, whatever the core thing you're focused on in your business. It could be to book a call. It could be to your website, your newsletter, a lead magnet, one of those things. I put here too, don't put your top performing posts here. I see so many people doing this. They'll do a post that gets like 100 likes and they'll feature it. And nobody really cares because once again, there's tools like Taplio and Clio where you can literally just go to someone's profile and it's a Chrome extension and it'll just show their top posts. So there's no point in putting it here when you can funnel people into your business, right? Yeah, so don't put too many things here. Like I said, people will get analysis paralysis. If you don't know what that means, it's just if there's too many options, they're going to end up doing nothing because they don't know which to choose. So just tell them what to choose. Do this. This is what I want you to do. Cool. Last one, little bit slept on as well, which is so silly to me because it's social proof. So recommendations on LinkedIn is when somebody recommends you, sort of like a testimonial, right? Social proof is one of the strongest. And honestly, the longer I'm in the game, the longer I think this is the strongest form of persuasion. So don't sleep on it. If you have clients that you've worked with in the past, don't hesitate to ask them for a recommendation. It's very simple, right? You just get them to, I'll just show you. Okay, so Emily, I have not worked with Emily, but I'm just going to show you. It's very simple. So if you've worked with someone, right, and they're a client of yours or they were, all you have to do is go to their profile and then instead of recommending them, you just request a recommendation. So you would click this and you would say, Emily was a client of mine and, position at the time, what was I doing? And yeah, that's literally how simple it is. Every single person you've worked with, go ask them because if you come here, you can see I have 21 recommendations. If people come to your profile and they're like, holy crap, look at all these testimonials and why would they not be convinced that you're good at what you do? It's not like it's one person who's like, oh, maybe they're lying. You have 20 plus people. It's pretty obvious that you get people results, right? So do not skip that section. Cool, and that's it. I did not want to make this video overly complicated. It's very simple, but it's very important. Your profile is like a very key part of your funnel through organic social, like LinkedIn. So you want it to be optimized. You want it to speak to them, but don't get caught up in making this thing overly perfect, okay? You have exactly what to do here now. You've seen examples. So now it's up to you to go ahead and get it. And if you like this, make sure you subscribe for more content because I'm going to be pumping out a lot. And happy you're here, and I'll see you next time. Peace.